Hey there. What's up? What is up? Water. I know, I just uploaded a video and now I'm going live. LOL. Somebody clicked on the video. Oh, there they are. One person watching. I know, I just uploaded a video and now I'm going live. Trying to get some instant feedback. Is it any good, or? I'm at the compound there, unloading the truck and marveling at all the work I created for myself. New stuff comes in, old stuff leaves. It's just an endless cycle. It's just how the way the place works. It's just always a mess. It's okay. I know I always say, I'm going to clean it up. I ain't going to clean it up. Not really. I mean, a little bit. I would like to. I'd love to have it like fully functioning. Actually, its its true intent is just a sorting and separating facility and a place for me to work on my cars. And that hasn't happened ever. It will eventually. Keep at it. Hey, Cruiser Mac, Fuel Kingdom. Hey, Cruiser Mac, how do you like the prices for scrap metal? They dropped $20 a ton today. What up? Well, price of scrap metal has dropped today, and I guess it's supposed to drop in July too. Yep, it went down $20 today. This morning went from 120 to 100, and it's supposed to go down more in July. And yeah, well, don't be surprised if it's lower on Friday there. Copper, brass, and aluminum. Yep. Well, copper keeps wobbling around there, 10 or 15 cents either way. Brass is fairly steady. Dropped 5 cents today in one scrapyard, which isn't too much. I mean, unless you're talking tons and tons. But, for small time scrappers like us, it's a matter of pennies, maybe a dollar or two. But yeah, it's gonna keep going down. You know, we're hate to always be political, but we're headed towards. I'm looking at the cars coming down the street. We're headed to election time, and you got 200 pounds of brass. Well, you know what? I would, if I were you, if I had that much, I would probably lean towards cashing it in because the price is not looking. I don't know. It's not looking good. Let's put it that way. If anything, it's just going to go down lower, all the way until. I know. I hate to be. People. A lot of people don't agree with me, but oh well. I mean, history is history. So, uh, He'll probably keep going down until November, obviously, and if Trump gets reelected, he'll probably start going back up again. And if he doesn't, well, watch out. Prices are going to tank, unfortunately. Because then you were looking at December and then January, which are really tough. So Cruiser Mac cashing that 200 pounds of brass. Let's see. Peter, what's up, buddy? You need a car trailer to scrap cars and sell the parts online. If I had a car trailer, I would put sides on it and use it for scrapping. The cars, well, let me tell you about the cars. The cars are what's known as a poor man's bank, okay? It's not actual liquid cash, but yeah, I have plans for the cars. 400 pounds of aluminum. Yeah, aluminum is not going to. It's not going to go up. There goes another car. Aluminum is not going up. There's so much aluminum sitting on the sidelines. All these large scrapyards have huge stockpiles of baled aluminum and shredded aluminum sitting in gigantic piles. Like the one scrapyard, they don't really want you taking videos because they think that I'm spying on them or something. Scrapping together gets lots of scrap on his trailer. Yeah, I know he does really good. He hauls his stuff over into Indiana. If I got a trailer though, I would get a two-wheel trailer, and the reason for that is the lightweight trailers in Illinois are not subject to inspection. Hello, Junk Dauber, or Russell Pearson, same thing. Yeah, he hauls his stuff out of Illinois and goes over to Indiana, I guess, where they pay more. Yeah, Dauber needs a shout out. Junk Dauber. How's the wife? Well, she's way better. I mean, she wants to go back to work at that truck stop, but until they put up some shields and do some things that they're supposed to do, I don't really want her working there. So currently unemployed. Hey, Scrap and Pellet Man. I guess tomorrow gonna have a special guest at the compound. Paul, got a YouTuber coming, and I'm not going to reveal the name yet. Hey, Scrapper D, what's up? So, which one of you guys is going to show up at the compound? A fairly well-known scrapping channel is coming to visit the compound. I think you guys got, I don't know how many subscribers you got, way more than me. We'll see what happens. Who's coming? I'm not going to say yet. I'll put it out there. I'll let you guys try and guess who might be coming to. Is he tall? I can't tell from the videos, to be honest with you, but I would imagine that he's probably my height or taller, and I'm not really tall. Would be a bonus. No, I doubt it. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Anxiously awaiting the mystery man. So am I. So, or a woman. Yeah, it could be. There really isn't that many female scrappers, though. Really, I mean, there's a handful, but there was that one with John Wild. You ever hear of that guy? He had Scrapper Girl. I guess she got sick in the hospital and passed away or something. I don't know. Last year. Yeah. Is that her name? Really, or something like that. Yeah. So mystery special guest starring at the compound tomorrow. I'm anxiously waiting. Oh, okay. Some extension cords too, huh? What what are extension cords going for in your part of Canada? What? Wait a minute. Scrap and Pallet Man is claiming what's with his area? It's like catching up to my area. We just had a price increase to 110 a ton. No way. All my yards have gone in the opposite direction. 50 cents a pound for extension? DeKalb 110 a ton. I can't believe it. I mean, I don't think he's lying. I got 50 cents a pound for junk wire. Wow. Okay, I know the Canadian dollar is 75% of an American dollar, but still, 57 cents Canadian is very good. Okay, that's a price that I will never be able to match. Was that like 38 cents American? It's in my video today, which I haven't seen because it was just recently uploaded, Paul, and I was loading my truck with aluminum, and then I got a notification that Paul put a video up. $1 is about 75 cents right now, so yeah, it's Canadian dollars, 3/4 of American dollar, but so still 57 cents, or even 50 cents. I mean, that's a good 35 cents American, and I don't think I'm gonna beat that. No way. Currently, the highest I seem to be able to get is 26 cents a pound. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Hey, Scrapper D. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Why not, right? That's cool. Yeah, a lot of people know uh, Russell Junk Dauber. What's what's the latest deal with Junk Dauber? I guess his daughter is on his butt about. Oh yeah, I know. There's a lot of great YouTube scrappers here tonight. I don't know, something about Tuesday. Love the scrapping videos. LOL. But see, I got some, not to, not to go off subject, but hey Russell, I saw your backyard is shaping up. Yeah, I know, right? I guess his daughter is on his butt about, she's always been on his butt about bringing junk home. Nah, that's the problem though, when you're an older person and you end up living with family or other people. Uh, yeah. I don't know. I guess the best thing to do for before you become old is to try to stay in shape and stuff like that, and try and stay healthy so you don't end up being forced into a situation you don't want to be in. Apparently, my wife says the same thing. Robert. Yeah, but you have a man shed. You know what I mean? All the junk. Hey, you know what? Everybody. My wife says the same thing too. You got too much junk. Oh well. That's what pays the bills. Right? I do have a lot of scrap. My yard is looking great. This is Bill the Junkie Fool. My yard is looking great. I think I might get the clean yard. Oh wow. I noticed there's less stuff in Bill the Junkie Fool's yard lately. I don't know why. Scrapper D. I tell my wife I'm processing the scrap, and she just laughs at me. I have a man shed. It's just too small. Well, it's probably, best that it's not too big because it's kind of hard to handle stuff when you're in a chair. It's overflowed the shed. Spring Kingdom became, uh-oh, it's become a domestic issue. Let's hope not. Yep. Hey Marty, do you have two garages at your house? Yes. I thought I saw that in the. Yes, I have that big garage in the backyard that was supposed to be the place where I worked on my cars and processed my scrap, but because my neighbor likes to take videos of me working on stuff, I'm remanded to working on my cars in the street. So, except my daughter changed her oil in the driveway, and the lady was taking a video of her changing an oil in the driveway, and we were just staring right back at her and waving, and I'm like, okay, well, we're making a video too, so. How many acres do you have, Bill? I don't know. I think Bill's got like what, 4 acres? Lee Ann. Hi, Marty. Hope things are better up there. Yeah, it's just the prices on it all right. Bill's got 4 acres. I have half an acre. I call it Hell's Half Acre. My house. My house is situated on Hell's Half Acre. Lee Ann is half of the Scrap It Up duo. Oh, okay. You know what? It never clicked with me, but thanks for that tip right there. Marty, are you? This is Bob. Bob's asking, Marty, are you hoarding copper, or are you just turning in what you have? I only got like I don't know. I got maybe uh, 20 pounds, maybe at the most. I'll just turn it in. It, you know what? It's gonna be a long time before copper is $4 a pound, and I'm talking a long time. We're we're looking at 6, 7, 8 years before that ever happens. Yeah. So you know what? By the time by the time copper is $4 a pound, well, that $4 in the future, because of inflation, will only be worth whatever it is that we're getting today for it. So the increase in price will be lost through inflation. That's my opinion. So I would do what you're doing, Cruiser Mac, and just take how much copper you're taking in. Anyway, the Canadian prices for copper are a little bit better than the USA. I got $4. Correct. That was probably Cruiser Mac. You probably got $4, and that's Canadian, which would be $3. You know, that you probably got that back in 2008, 2007, 2008. Well, no, we have differing opinions here, and I can't read it. Something Farms. I don't know. Something Farms. Hold the $1. This is iPhone 6. It's so small. And sell the number 2. Yep. 2008ish. Yep. During the era of Emperor George Bush. So we had 3 really good years there: 2006, 2007, 2008. But you're not going to see our dollar was uh, above par then. You know, the Canadian dollar was close to parity with the American dollar for a little while back then. Yep, August 2008, and you're not even USA, right? It ended abruptly. Yep, right, right around the first week of August, all of a sudden, you know, the glide path for the aircraft that was going to crash. Okay, which had crashed in October, just before the election. It just started going down fast, real fast. Yeah, the Canadian dollar was doing really good back then. Well, that's also because the American dollar was was devalued on purpose, which was great actually. For somebody like me, I have a mortgage. Okay, um, a cheap U.S. dollar is really good. A strong U.S. dollar is bad for somebody like me. Been hoarding for a while. I got 200. You know, copper. We're not going to see high prices of copper. I know. You know, like there's that iScrap app, and that guy is like really like all hyped up on on the scrap on the scrap metal and stuff like that. Hi everybody, this is Tom from the iScrap app. Okay, I mean he's a good guy and all that, but you know he's a he's a bit too positive. Okay. Yes, Obama was printing money. Yep. Well, not in 2008. It was 2000. You know, between the years of 2005. Actually, all right, all right, Cruiser Mac, we gotta put it on the big rewind. After 9/11, the printing press was working 24 hours, 7 days a week, overtime. So yeah, 2010-ish, the economy was in the toilet. Trump doesn't have the power Bush did to create a fake economy. Well, no, it's a lot harder to create a fake economy because, well, all of the bubbles have burst. So it was only a real economy that was sabotaged with this pandemic, and then by the recent upheavals. Yeah, the Canadian economy is being whacked by something mysterious. The credit rating was downgraded too. Yet, when you stop for, like a train going by and there's a bunch of rail cars, nearly everything coming on the rail cars, if it's not from China, it's all from Canada. All the raw materials, the wood, paper, coal, oil tanker cars, all from potash, for fertilizer, all Canadian stuff. So raw materials coming into the States. Stainless was, I remember that. And a lot of people have that in their head that like stainless was $1.80 a pound. Well, what were they using it for? Well, they were building ghost cities in China, like cities that nobody ever moved into. That's the way I think of it. Keep hoarding. Should be a nice cash in eventually. Yeah, well, hey, Bob, I don't know how long you want to hold on to your copper. I mean, you want to hold on to it for like, I don't know, about 12 years. The Twin Towers iron was sold to China. I bet they did pile it up in a huge pile, and it's right by the ocean right there, so it's nothing to ship that off. Yep, not as many trains, but I don't see lately in the past few months. I don't see rail cars, you know, loaded with cars and stuff like that. Very few cars being shipped. We were giving money away to foreign countries. Well, yeah, we were trying to prop up other countries to keep them from, collapsing into the abyss, which would create all kinds of social upheaval. So there's a lot to pay back. So it's just my opinion. I mean, if you have enough room to pile up your copper, I mean, then I'm not. Who am I to go and tell you don't do that? But the way I look at it is, even if it does go up, room is the key. I got plenty of room. I wouldn't keep. Uh, I wouldn't keep $1,000 worth of copper at the compound. Okay, I'd have to bring it home and put it in the garage where there's an alarm and all that stuff. But if I had $1,000 worth of copper, I need the money more than I need the copper. And what's it going to go up? If it goes up like a nickel or 5 cents or it's the same thing, nickel or 10 cents. Uh, It's been fluctuating like that, up 15 cents, down 10 cents. We're not going to see $4 copper, not for a long time. And by the time you do, inflation will have caught up to it. Okay, those days, those days are always hope. I'm always hoping for those days to return. Every day I get up in the morning and I'm like, huh, you know, today's the day that maybe the scrap is just gonna just start going up and never stop. But you know what? I got $2.76 a pound last time. That's good enough for me. No, you're right about that. You know, now, Cruiser Mac, you think you're right. Let's say that you wait for $4 copper, and $4 copper doesn't happen for like 6 years. Well, what's $4 worth in 6 or 7 years? It's worth about 2.75, $3, right? So you're gonna get the same thing. The only way for you to get the same thing is if the price keeps going up. And what if the price is $2.70 4 years from now, 5 years from now? You're actually getting less. Like today, when the price went down to 100, 15 years ago, scrap was $80 a ton. So even though I'm getting 100, I'm actually getting less. I'm getting $50 equivalent. Yep, I guess so, Scrapper D. Always a give and take. Yep, gas will be $4. Yeah. Hey, well, gas was over $4 a gallon before, back in 2008. Remember that? Gas was like $4. Well, I don't know. It depends on what part of the country you're in. But in Illinois, it was like got up to like $4.75 a gallon. Lately, yeah, more takes than gives. So perhaps it's time that the scrapyard gets a couple of dishwashers that have been stuffed with a lot of love. Pack it in good. Weaponized. Heavily weaponized. Yeah, that one junkyard, there's still. That's right. I go in there and start nuking the place. just to just to even the scales out for they've been docking refrigerators 25 pounds, 50 pounds, depending on the size, for the past like few weeks. Good night. Good to see you, friend. What's what's it? Almost 10 o'clock here. So we're cruising Macca's. It's got to be what, about 8 o'clock, right? Well, almost 8:30. Well, I'm looking at the sky right out there. Do you guys do half hours or something? What the heck time is it right now? I mean, here. Okay, 11:20 in Florida. All right, so it's it's 10:20 here then. Okay, we're 3 hours ahead. Really? Oh, okay, I thought we were just 2 hours ahead. I thought we were just 2 hours ahead. All right, so Cruiser Mac is in Pacific time then. There, in the USA, there's four time zones. I know you're in Canada. There's what? Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. Allied Kingdom, you're at 1020. Google to the rescue. Yeah, that's what I figured. We're 2 hours ahead. Okay, because you would be, uh, well, the next time zone over is Mountain and then Pacific. So bacon dripping. Y'all have a good night. All right, bye. Bacon, bacon dropping. Oh wait, Bitcoin dropping. See, the stupid thing is so small. No, the letters. Yeah, Bitcoin, fake currency. I know they tried to make that work. You know, that and the blockchain. I remember when I had the other warehouse. Remember, I don't know if you guys seen the videos where the guy next door was plugged into my electricity. Makes no sense to me. Okay, the guy next door, he he was running a front business, but in the back he built like this room, and he had about 40 computers. Okay, and he somehow or another tied his electric service into my electric service, and the owner was flipped out because he's like, "What are you doing?" You know, like my my warehouse had an $800 electric bill. This guy had like fans keeping the computers cool. Okay, what he was doing was he was mining he was mining Bitcoin. So he was renting that warehouse next door to mine because even if he didn't do anything with his warehouse, he was still making money because he was mining Bitcoin. Yep. Well, apparently Bitcoin mining costs a lot of electricity because this guy had like 40 computers. I don't know if you, Cruiser Mac, if you remember, I don't know if you were uh, subbed to my channel back then, but yep, tons of good. He had the totally like wired into my electric service. So the owner came to me. He's like, "You're paying $550 a month, and I'm losing money on you. I can't. What are you doing with your electricity?" I'm like, I hardly use any electricity. I got a sawzall and a few lights on." I'm like, he came in there, and the property manager was in there, and they're like looking around. He's like, "You got a welder going? What do you got going on?" I'm like, "Nothing." And they went out there, and they're like looking at the meter, and the meter's spinning like, you could put like a deli slicer. You could put like we did a 400 amp service for a guy's house. There's a miner for you. There you go. You wouldn't believe it, but you get enough computers going, you got yeah, a lot of energy going there. It was incredible. They making money off of. No wonder he didn't want to like do that stuff at his house. So anyway, they had the power company come out and check the electric service and stuff like that. They checked the meter and all that. And wow, he had his own utility transformer. I can imagine it. Sure, his own step-down transformer. That's incredible. Mining Bitcoin. I don't totally understand it, but I guess I have computers running all the time, and I guess they're matching numbers or something. I'll have to watch more videos of it so I know what I'm talking about, but it's got something to do with um, completing like an infinity of random numbers or something. I don't know. He was going to rent a big warehouse next, and then the Bitcoins crashed. Exactly. So Cruiser Mac, that's what this guy was doing next door to me. I don't know if you were watching my channel way back then, when I had the warehouse across the street from the one that I got now. The one that was like the Taj Mahal compared to the one that I got. It's all like the metal inside. It was all painted white, and it was all bright inside, and the floor was like concrete was brand new. Yeah, it was a nice warehouse. It was, compared to like there wasn't like frogs jumping around and snakes and stuff like that, and like floods, a foot deep of water. And, he found a tenant that was willing to pay more money for that same space, and I got kicked to the curb, tossed to the dungeon warehouse across the way. But oh well, I got more yard. Yeah, so I got more open yard space. So I guess you know what. It's probably better that I'm not complaining. Really, it's probably better that I'm where I'm at now anyway, because I don't have to worry about denting the walls. Like the other place was like all new and all that. I was all worried about denting the walls or putting a scratch in the overhead door. So it was a constant worry for me. And the one that I have now, the only thing I have to worry about is damaging the roll up door. Okay, other than that, I could throw stuff around in there and it hits the wall. Nobody cares. Because the wall's all banged up and dirty and scratched, and it's that building's like probably about I don't know, a good 70 or 80 years old anyway, so nobody cares. The owner doesn't care. I mean, as long as I don't drive my truck through the wall, you don't care about that. But the other place, yeah, it was a constant source of worry, like not getting the floor all stained, or throwing something heavy down on the concrete and taking chunks out of the cement. I'm in the scrapping business. I can't be all like worried about uh, banging things up a bit. You know what I mean? Plus, this one is $100 less, so that's good for me all the way around. I don't, what I mean? I could be careless. I'm not in anybody's way. I could be me. The other place I didn't have the room to like spread out really, because otherwise I'd be in other people's way, and I'd have to worry about the building. Seems like it worked out. Oh, why am I yawning? I'm waiting for my son to come home. My daughter went into the city to go pick up my son. Let's see. Well, you have more room. Okay. I don't understand. Okay, Junk Dauber is like, I don't understand those Bitcoins. Well, okay, Junk Dauber, I guess, use a bunch of computers all linked together, and I don't totally understand it myself, but you mine Bitcoin, and by mining it, you crunch numbers, I guess. You look for an infinity chain in a sequence of numbers. That's like, and you create new Bitcoin by doing that. I don't think I did a good enough explanation of it, but I tried. Some people understand it though, and this guy made thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars each month, stealing my electricity. Got the owner, like, oh, the owner of the place is older than you, Junk Dauber. And he's like, I don't understand what you're doing with the electricity. You know, I'm like, I'm not doing anything with it. He's like, there's something going on. And I'm like, oh God. Do you have a heater running in there? I'm like, no, I don't got anything going on in there. I thought for sure he was going to try to make me pay for the $850 for the electric bill. I'm like, and when he found out what was really going on, he was pissed. You know, he doesn't understand, you know, mining Bitcoin either, but he just knew that it got something to do with computers and computers running all the time, and I think he was a little spooked by it, to be honest with you. You know, guy's like 90 years old. Uh, I don't think he uses a computer, let alone probably doesn't have one in his house, so. You know, mention something like that, you know, he's using tons of electricity to go and create currency. Oh yeah, uh, he's all, okay, he's all come, yeah, that guy's come around, okay, he's come around full circle there, you know, about being freaked out about about the virus and all that. He's like, I don't believe in that anymore. I think it's a bunch of. I'm like, oh, now you're like seeing the light. Well, I'm like, I'm a germaphobe. I'm saying to the guy because I really am. I'm a germaphobe, and I don't really. I'm probably the last person on the planet who would end up getting it. I mean, I have a lot of microscrapping to do tomorrow. This junk tower, so I guess I better take me to bed. Good night, everybody. All right, bye. Not seeing him in the video lately. No. Uh, let the guy, Cruiser Mac, let the guy warm up a little bit more, so he comes back around completely. Cause yeah, that guy practically lost his marbles there over something silly. Well, I'm okay. I won't say it was silly. Okay. I mean, my wife had it, you know. And God forbid if you know anybody that ends up getting this this virus, people end up treating you like a leper, even if you know the person. Okay, even if you don't have it. Like, oh God, you have that. Yeah, I think it was all the Bud Light he was drinking. Yeah, I don't understand. Okay, I don't. It just goes over my head. Okay, how the heck do people drink and actually be productive and actually not only be productive but turn out a quality product? Because me, if I had half a can of beer, things things would be all over the place. I mean, worse than even this is. No, I don't understand how people are able to function. Like, actually need beer to get something accomplished, and, and they actually do good work. Yeah, my wife had a rental car there, and I had a huge bag of Bud Light cans that weren't crushed, and I was like, let's let's go fill the rental car with empty cans and bottles Cruiser Mac. Let's go to the state of Michigan, which is about 80 miles away, and turn them in for 10 cents a beat. Because Michigan's 10 cents for cans and bottles. Illinois doesn't have that. Indiana doesn't have it. Wisconsin doesn't have that. Iowa has it, but it's only 5 cents. So I'm like, let's go. It just seems so plausible. That is what we are here. What, it's 10 cents in your part of Canada? What is that? British Columbia? They have can and bottle return? What what province doesn't have can and bottle? Ontario? There's one province of Canada that doesn't do cans and bottles. It might be Ontario. 10 cents for cans. Well, they have different amounts. I thought junk vehicles with tons of I bought junk vehicles with tons of pop and beer cans. Huh. I think they all do. No, I think there's one province in Canada that does not have a bottle return. It might be Ontario. I'm not sure. One of them doesn't do cans and bottles. How many provinces are there? 10? 11? I should know this. I mean, let's see. Mexico has 23 states, right? We have 52 states. Puerto Rico and Israel. Unofficial states. Ten provinces and 2 territories. What what are the territories? The ones up way up north where like in the Arctic Circle? Those are the territories where no roads go. The only way to get there is by airplane. Can you imagine that? I always wondered what the furthest road in Canada was. Like how far north can you go? I've Google mapped that. Like looking at it, looks like most roads trail off by the time you get to Hudson Bay. Oh, I can't even say that Eskimo name. You could never pronounce that. Yukon and I don't know, Nunia. I could drive to the Arctic Circle from here if I was so inclined. Really? There's actually roads that actually go there far? I didn't even know that. I thought, like, I thought most roads, like from where I'm at in Illinois, like if you were to go into Canada and try and go north, you would probably go in the direction of the Hudson Bay or whatever. I don't know. It'd be a long journey your way, Cruiser Mac. Yeah, I didn't. I wonder what kind. Are they paved roads or is it like gravel and stone or like ice road? That would be cool to do, but you'd have to really prepare for that trip in case you break down, end up getting eaten by a polar bear. Get her done, Granny. Nice to see you doing alive. Yep. The dumpster highway goes all the way to... Oh, no kidding. Innovative. Huh. I never knew that. So it's actually a paved road. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna look at that on a Google map. Hundreds of miles of gravel road. Oh boy. You need to take a full set of spare tires. What? Why? Is there like goofy people that leave nails or something all over the road or what? Can you imagine getting a flat tire along that roadway? And, dealing with the possibility of bears or even polar bears? Polar bears can go pretty quick and they're really strong. Sharp rocks. Oh, so you couldn't drive there on the bald tires that I got. Wow. Lordy, that would be crazy, but it would be fun, kind of. I could be there in 47 hours if I leave now. Why so long? Because you gotta keep the speed down? 47 hours. Is there gas stations? Well, of course there has to be a gas station somewhere. 3,500 miles. Wonder how many gas stations there are. Can you imagine breaking down though? You know how scary that would be? 2,100 miles of what? Gravel road? No, I'm talking about gas stations. I think there are gas stations. I have to take lots of fuel, probably some spare gas cans, right? Like maybe a couple of 10-gallon gas cans extra, just in case. Good God. Wonder how fast you can drive on them gravel roads. Maybe 40, 45 miles an hour, maybe at the most. Here, the only thing that I would be worried about is bears and polar bears. Cause you got all the bears. You got brown bears, black bears, grizzly bears, and polar bears. Right? Get. Probably. There are lots of YouTube videos on the trip. Oh, I'll have to go check them out. Maybe you could send me a link or something. Cruiser Mac, that'd be weird. What's tougher? Going through the Australian outback or reaching the Arctic Circle? To the Arctic Ocean. Oh. So this roadway to Inuvik, Eskimo town, it's at the Arctic Ocean, huh? I can drive there from where I am theoretically. Yeah, I wonder. Well, my wife's wondering if I have the car keys. I hope she doesn't call because it'll knock this thing out. I'm shaking my head. No, no, I don't. I'm hoping she doesn't call. That always knocks the live stream out. If you live long enough to get all the kids raised, I would love to travel. If I live long enough. Fix up my van and be a gypsy. Yeah, I never, like, asked, get her done granny, like, why does she have custody of the kids? Or why does she have the kids? I mean, if it's not too probing of a question, it would take me about 22 hours drive to the Yukon border from here. Now, why so long? Is that because of the speed? Like, how fast can you go on the? Oh, because they had a horrible life where they were. Should I stop asking? Okay, it's 1,000 miles, so it's the speed. Oh boy, yeah, neglect. Yeah, I think we're finally back. We're finally back, and I'm praying that the phone doesn't ring again, because it will knock this back out again. Oh, she's looking for the keys for her car, and I'm shaking my head. No, I don't have them. Don't have them. Don't have them. And she calls. Okay. Oh lordy. So the thing is when the live stream gets interrupted by a phone call, and it puts the live stream in like a purgatory, and I have to be able to shut the live stream down. Otherwise, it acts like it. Hello, get her done, Granny. So otherwise, it acts like it's trying to reconnect, and it'll do that for like hours, like 3 or 4 hours, even though I'm not live streaming. I found this out the hard way. But yeah, I guess next time I do a live stream, I have to block her and my mother-in-law and my my 3 kids. So all family, I have to block. Oh, and my brother. So I have to block like 6 people. So next time I do a live stream, I have to go through the contacts and block all those people so they can't call. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back until the wife. I keep looking in the house, wondering if she's gonna call the phone again. Now she's walking out of the house through the back door. She's probably gonna come up to the truck and ask me where the keys are, and I have no idea where the keys are. Yeah. Woohoo! Yeah, I know. As long as nobody calls, please. Nobody call. Okay. This is the iPhone 6, and I'm catching the free Wi-Fi that I can grab out in the street because we don't have Wi-Fi. But then when the signal gets interrupted, it's really difficult to reconnect with YouTube for whatever reason. How have you been? Oh well, we're hanging in there. After the wife got recovered from having that virus that's going around. The one we all know. The one that has a name. I I stayed in my truck for about a good 3.5 weeks while she recovered. Didn't want any contact with that whatsoever. The cough, I hate the cough that comes along with it. Was that her? I heard a door close. Yeah, it is rough. So anybody that does get it and has symptoms, because I guess there are some people that are asymptomatic and they don't show any signs of being ill. Um, but if you do get it, it's it's the cough. It's that's the bad part. The hacking and coughing. You know, one of the telltale signs that you have it is you can't really smell or taste things so well. It's not like you lose all sense of taste and smell, but everything tastes really bland. Well, she must have found the keys because she's backing out of the driveway. Maybe she's gonna get some chow. Hopefully she doesn't call. Backing out real slow. I've been staying away from, let's get her done, Granny. People, if my husband get it, he won't survive. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, he's on oxygen. No, he's screwed. Forget it. I mean, I don't mean to be crass or be a downer, but if he's one of those kind of people that's on oxygen, uh, he just might not make it. So keep him away from everybody. Okay. There's no need to be around people. For me, the safest place was the car. Okay, because you're not around anybody. It's impossible. Okay, but that's unrealistic for a lot of people. You don't want to carry it and give it to them. Yep. Well, school from March 13th, and yep, they were off of school, and my daughter did remote learning. So maybe your school district will do remote learning too. You know, where the kids get computers and they correspond with the teachers using the computers. So, you know, they have classes on the computer for like gym. So, like for my daughter, she had to be outdoor active for like 45 minutes. So, like riding a bike, walking, jogging, and you know, she sent and proof that she did that. You know, like you take like a short video and put it on the computer, and uh, oh yeah. If there were medical reasons, they may be able to do it. Yeah, I suppose so, right? Because a lot of times kids don't actually get the sickness really bad, but you know they can pass that on to somebody that's elderly or has a lot of things going on that aren't very good, and you end up infecting the older folk. That's why the nursing homes were having such trouble. You got all those people that are in really bad shape, and you got the nurses coming in there, and somebody's bringing it in, right? The nurses or the visitors, somebody's bringing it in, and you know once one old person gets it, you know it just spreads. Right, heck, I'm not sure I could survive it. I'm 65. Yeah, well, depends on your health, though. You know, if you're a heavy smoker and stuff like that, it's not. You know, you're not going to have a good time. Or if you got medical conditions, mostly it's the breathing, though. Emphysema. Like my father-in-law, my in-laws are not allowing anybody over by the house, so the kids haven't been able to visit grandma and grandpa. Yep, I'm a smoker, but my lungs are good. Well, like, you know, it's all about the lungs. So if your lungs are good, if you do get it, it's going to be a hell of a cough, though. Because my wife's not a smoker, and she's nowhere near 65, and wow, the cough. You know, not to be like overly graphic, but you know, for women, you know, when you get a heavy cough like that, you you have a little leakage there, a little constantly needing to change your pants and stuff like that, because you cough really hard, you pee a little bit. So it's it's not easy being a girl. You know, a guy can you cough really hard like that. A guy can hold it where you don't leak a little bit, unless you're in really bad shape. You know, but especially if you had kids. You know, whatever. I mean, it just my point is I'm kind of making light of it a little bit because it just makes it that little thing right there just makes it so much more miserable. You know what I mean? You can't even stay dry. It's like um, dehumanizing. Now, I didn't want to go in there, so okay, now I'm Chicken Little, right? I didn't want to get it, so I have to drop off care packages on the porch for my wife to go and get and bring in to help herself. What a horrible, helpless feeling. You know what I mean? Wait, uh, not fun. So, food and like towels and um, some adult diapers. Mr. Scrappity, what a wagon train it would be. Ma's Gypsy Van, I know, right? Ginger, the King's Dodge, all headed to. Kid is taking the phone away from me, so I won't be able to comment anymore. Oh, yeah, I know what that's like. When the kid wants the phone, that's worse than a pacifier. That would be the same. You can't put yourself in jeopardy. Hugs, my boy. Great to see you. Okay. See you later, Granny. And with that, I think I'm going to sign off there so the wife doesn't get too aggravated. Alright, bye everybody for now. I love that boy, Marty. I would adopt him in a second. Oh. Yeah. Not you, Marty. Mr. Scrapperty. Yeah. He's a good guy. Look. as poor as they are, you know what I mean? They're about as broke as me, and dude sent me a jacket in the mail. I mean that was awesome, you know, because this this sorry soul right here was going around in the wintertime with 4 T-shirts on. Because honest to God, I didn't have I have a dang coat. I had that orange bag. I'm like looking in my truck to see if it looks like zombie clothes. I wish I had something like him. Yeah, no, he seems like a decent guy. You know what I mean? Granny, you if you adopted him, then you could also you could also adopt you could also adopt Mr. Snacks. You know that taco guy, and you can give him you can give Mr. Scrapperty and Taco some bunks. They'd be fighting like make them sleep in a bunk bed. Who gets top bunk? They'd be they'd be fighting. Stuff's funny. All right, I'm gonna sign off now, okay? Before the wife calls again. Bye, everybody. Till next time.